So, just taking a shit here, going through my emails, and I noticed, well, I noticed that, the municipality in which I'm forced to engage with, right? My city, the city of Wayne, I realized something that these people are just irredeemable. And, there's no sense in wasting time with these people as far as like any sort of settlement agreement, right? Um, I mean, just the most disingenuous pieces of fucking shit I've ever met in my life. Truly, these people truly amaze me every time. But yeah, we're going to trial. We're going to trial on the sign case. It sounds like because they just, like I said, these people don't get it, man. These people, well, we'll waive the $140. I already spent 400 to sue you, dumbasses. You think $140 is gonna sway things? Oh yeah, we'll waive the $140. Just agree to all the unconstitutional shit in our ordinance. No, sorry. Your sign ordinance, your temporary sign ordinance 12.11, it's completely unconstitutional. Prior restraint, unfettered discretion, all that. So, I figured it was going to come to this that, these people, they were going to spend 2.5 hours discussing this. And the only thing that they could come up with is, oh, yeah, we'll waive the fee. We'll waive the fee. And I'm like, no, dude, you guys are fucking crack babies, man. So, based on what the city of Wayne offered me yesterday, right, in response to my the settlement offer that they want, right? Because the judge is trying to help them out. The judge is trying to throw them a softball, and the judge has already said that. Well, under media matters and prime, which I don't even believe those are the two best case laws. But under those two case laws, yeah, the city of Wayne wouldn't really win the argument here. So it's unconstitutional. Prior restraint, any sort of permit scheme, um, especially when it pertains to the residential property, right? Political speech when it pertains to residential property. Yeah, it's not a winning argument that the city has, right? But they also don't want to negotiate in good faith either. So we're just gonna take it to trial, I guess, huh? We'll take it to trial and forced discovery and all that good stuff. So makes no difference to me. It actually does. I'd prefer to have these laws and these ordinances, these laws, right? They're not laws, they're ordinances. These bullshit ordinances. I would love to get them declared nullified and void, of course, null and void. So that's I guess it's a blessing in disguise, guys, but it is also it's so tiresome, right? To just have to even, you're not asking for much. You're trying to save them the embarrassment. You're trying to do them a favor. Let's be honest here. But they would rather lose, I guess, going out swinging than they would just to concede to the fact that this is unconstitutional, unbridled discretion here, prior restraint on my First Amendment. But that's how these people like to operate, man. These people would rather spend 20 or 30 grand losing than they would just settling and winning. So it's quite telling. So yeah, we're not gonna engage with these people any further as far as like, I've already submitted one good faith offer and, they spent 2.5 hours reviewing it and it was just a waste of time. So we're not gonna devote any more time. Yeah, that's true. Money grab, milking parlor, go to trial. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured, every case was going to have to go to trial because, there's just no negotiating with evil, right? You try to negotiate with them and you say, hey, look, you guys got caught. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And, I'm not even saying they can't do it to somebody else, right? I'm just literally saying, like, hey, this unconstitutional bullshit, don't enforce it against me and just leave me alone. That was my offer. I mean, pretty simple. And then they respond with, well, we'll waive the $140 fee, but you got to comply with the ordinance. And I'm like, no, no, you can suck my dick. That's my response. I'll never waste another 5 minutes, 5 seconds of writing up any sort of settlement agreement or anything like that. I'm just not going to waste my time. Now, obviously, the judge wants me to. The judge is like, oh, you guys need to negotiate in good faith and, give it a reasonable effort. But, I knew from the beginning that was just not even feasible because these people are just incapable of acting in good faith. These people are incapable of reasoning, right? I mean, when a federal judge says that your ordinance is unconstitutional, um, you know, that should be kind of your something that should open your eyes, and you should go, okay, well, if the judge is saying it's unconstitutional and they're the one who makes the decision, then it's probably unconstitutional, and I should probably avoid the embarrassment, but not the city of Wayne, you see. So hey, it's all good, guys. I gave you my offer. You wasted my time. You insulted me, and quite frankly, the court's time as well. Because that was the only reason. I even tried to submit a settlement offer, or try to negotiate in any sort of way. Um, the only reason I did that was because the judge asked me to. I mean, that's literally the only reason. Because I knew instinctually, right? I dealt with these people long enough. I know how these people operate, and they don't seem to have much going on upstairs. So I knew that going into it, but of course, the judge doesn't really know these people apparently, and you recognize me from somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not from PA. No, I've been to PA a few times, but must be a twin of mine. But yeah, I already did that. So we already submitted our settlement. The city of Wayne's wasted our time, so we will not be engaging any further. I'd rather have the ordinance declared unconstitutional, anyways, and then not enforceable. And then, of course, we can start over because the city of Wayne, they'll just continue to do what they do, which is, be criminals. So, um, it's just, it's all so tiresome, man. It's all so tiresome. When something clearly is unconstitutional and, void for vagueness and invites arbitrary discretion and, it's unfettered discretion, whatever you want to call it, right? When it's something so obvious and then you're still forced to deal with these just evildoers, right? And it's also tiresome, but glad we have our answer now, so we won't waste any more time with, the city of Wayne. I guess their defense counsel, they'll like it though. They'll enjoy it. They'll enjoy getting paid for this. And sorry to the city of Wayne taxpayers to have to foot this bill because there's no way to win this. Um, the precedent by the Sixth Circuit couldn't be more clear, and so it's it's just It's a waste of money, but that's what the city of Wayne, they like to spend your tax dollars and waste it on frivolous nonsense. So they'd rather spend money to lose than to just settle. And then we're not asking really for anything, outside of just like, hey, stop trying to enforce this unconstitutional garbage on me. And no, it's too much to ask for, right? So, yep, I'll never negotiate with these criminals again. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. But yep, $140. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Hey, City of Wayne, I wiped my ass with $140. You know what that means? I wiped my asshole with $140. So, no thanks. No thanks. I will take you to trial. Take you to trial. Not a problem. And forced discovery too. So, hopefully there's nothing. Hopefully there's nothing damning in video discovery that the city of Wayne's going to have to fork over. But, oh well, what can I do besides go back to sleep? Besides go back to sleep, what else can I do? Like I said, I'm not going to waste my time though. Putting together good faith settlement offers. If it's just going to be a complete and utter waste of time. So you get one good faith chance with me, and then I'm done. So I give you one chance at a good faith offer, and you could have avoided all the embarrassment and preserve the record in your favor. But now you gotta deal with the fact that I'm not. At this point, my demands just doubled. So, yep, I tried to be reasonable, and it's obviously not something that the city of Wayne is capable, based off my interactions with them. They're not capable of operating in good faith and being reasonable. They don't know what those things mean. Right, based on the 5 warrantless break-ins of my curtilage to enforce laws that don't exist, that's as unreasonable as you can get. And as you can see, guys, it's just like I said, it's a waste of time. So we're not gonna waste our time anymore. Now, obviously, if the judge tells me to do something, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not going to, devote any effort to something that, just is futile, right? At the end of the day, when you're dealing with evil, you can't expect evil to be reasonable, right? That's what makes evil is the unreasonableness of it. So, yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know. Figured I'd get up, take a shit, read my emails, and saw that garbage, and thought, surprise, surprise, 2.5 hour discussion, and that's what you come up with, huh? All right, well, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Talk to you guys later today.